Today we're going to make a pop-up card. So I haven't never made one before, so I'm not quite sure how to do it, but I think we can do like make little steps and then put pictures on, and then when we shut it and open it, it will work. So imagine, now Betty's done one here. Betty cut out. She cut steps in, so she marked it in 3 spaces and then cut on the fold, so that's the folded bit. She cut on the fold here, and then she made 3 bits that she could bend over. She bent them over, yeah, and then you can open them up, right, to show Betty, and then bend them back in. So there's 3 steps. So they're basically the bits that are bent back in, and then you can do a picture and cut it out and stick it on, so when it opens and shuts. And then Betty's made an outer shell, so she can stick it in, and then it will be, she can decorate the front as well, and then open it up and it'll be this, I don't know, we'll see, because we're going to make it on a time lapse and then do it. So I think I'll do this one, imagining that one for you, and this tiny one, because I like doing tiny things. So maybe we should measure it. Sorry. So we can. There's the fold there of my card, and then you can measure in a couple of centimetres in maybe, and then measure in however. Oh, it's broken. 2. So you can measure in however long you want it to be. I wouldn't go too near the edges, because this is your strength of your card.
No, and also it might fold out.
Yeah, and Betty said it also, if you do these lines too long, it might, when you fold it, it might fold all the way out of the card and poke out. I didn't think of that. But that one I didn't notice because I folded it back in to make steps. So yeah, maybe I'll make steps on this one and it won't matter. It's gone so far in. So I cut in, yeah. So I cut in, and then I'm going to fold that. Oh, I know. It's probably easier to fold it first, so that you can find the fold. Bend it back out again, and then fold the middle in, and the side back out. But yeah, you could leave it like that if you'd made a smaller cut, and then stick a picture on there, and that would pop out. But yeah, Betty's right, that would poke right out. So I'm going to do a step thing. So I'm going to fold it again in half, just to get that crease. I'm going to fold the middle bit in, and the outer bits there, so that it's like concertina, and that will step out. Now I'm going to draw some pictures, and then I'll show you when I stick it back in how it works. I've also done an outer card as well to stick that into, so that it's got a nice well, it needs the backing anyway. It needs this to make it more solid, and it needs it to have a nice front. Otherwise it would look a bit weird, wouldn't it? So that's the basic of the construction bit. And you've got to remember, when you're doing your pictures, thank you Betty, that if you're doing a too tall one, if I did a really tall one, it would move it when it bends shut, it would stick out the front. So just check when you've done your picture that it doesn't stick out unless you want it to, I suppose. But if it's going to be a pop-up surprise, it's got to be quite a short pop-up surprise. And I guess there's 1,000 million ways to do this pop-up construction bit. And there's also ways that you can make them kind of like pop out as well. But I'm just going to do a pretty picture. So, we finished, but Tom did a lot of drawings. I'll show you. Did a lot of really brilliant drawings, but he was going to do a picture for a little baby and then stick it in there, but he didn't get there. So me and Betty, I'm doing it on the doorstep, and I did a picture of the flowers to stick on the bottom doorstep, and a picture of this sun's gone on it. Picture of a cat and some flowers behind it to come on the second doorstep. So I'm going to stick them on in front of you. I think this is glitter glue. Yeah. Well, so this I'm going to stick on the front doorstep by putting it just gluey there, and then putting the cat there, upwards, and then put more glue on for the bottom doorstep. Anyway, and then put that there. So just I've made it so it had a flat. The picture had a flat bottom, so it fitted onto the picture. But Tom wasn't going to. He was going to have a truck with wheels cut out, and there we go. My one, I did notice that I did it too tall, so it sticks out when I fold it at the top, but I don't care. And because I've never done this before. And then, so I'm going to stick that on in there to make it really nice and like the card. Betty, will you show them what you've done? She's done the three, from the side, the three sort of like steps, one smaller, one bigger, and then one bigger is still, and stuck different pictures, and they're layered pictures on each one for Asti. She's stuck it in and done a front. So here's I'm just going to glue the outside of that, the card, the pop-up bit, and pop it inside the card, and then the other side of the inside bit. Ta-da! And fold it over. Got to have a good rub it down, and then see if it works. There you go. I'm so pleased with that. Right on the front, happy birthday, and then it's like magic inside. I love it. I'm going to make them every day.